Nah, just kidding. As if I'm going to play that. That bloody nonsense. No, I'm not going to play that countdown stuff. Only Pleb Streams plays that countdown. And that. Yuck. S. Hello, S. How are you? What's going on, brother? And there's the Balzac in question. The titular Balzac. TN Aqua, how are you? Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, I thought it'd be a morning kind of time over in yous guys' territory. Like early morning? It should be. What is it? I don't even know what time it is here. 11:15 in the night time.
Wow. Early for a stream like this.
Yeah, Balzac looks cold, TN Aqua says. Oh, yeah, right. I've already forgotten about it. I keep getting that that stuff, like people that I bump into in the supermarket and stuff. They're looking at me and they're going, you see in their face they're trying to process that there's something a little bit different about you, but they can't work out what it is. But yeah, I shaved off my moustache and flavor saver and little bits from the sides here as well, just as an experiment the other night, which failed dismally anyway. So, it's further along in the morning than I expected. 9:16 a.m. where S is situated, which I think S, you're on the eastern side of the continental US Sunday, aren't you? I believe. I could be wrong. Probably on the most extreme western point. Oh no, Eastern Standard Time. He says it in his bloody comment, Blackie. Goodness. Yeah, I know how to process the given data. Yeah, it's a terrible shame that the experiment didn't work out as well as I liked, because I'd been growing my moustache in, and it was like nice and long, and I was nearly getting able to curl the ends out. Not that I'd really do that, but they were getting nice and long. Actually, we had the discussion, didn't we, when you were here, Zach, about long moustaches and getting your moustache hairs caught in your teeth and
yep, getting singed when you're lighting a cigarette.
Oh, TN Aqua says, Blackie, you kind of have that Johnny Depp look going on, mate. Yeah, I've got a few ex-girlfriends that shit in my bed as well. I couldn't resist. Actually, I don't think I've had any ex-girlfriends shit my bed. I've had girls that, well, one girl pissed my bed and she wasn't even my girlfriend. That was unfortunate. I didn't even get a turn, but she still soiled my bed and my mattress and all that stuff. Bloody drunk people, you can't trust them, I tell ya. Thanks, TN. Yeah, I've still got some work to do. I've got to get busy with the clippers tomorrow because my the side bits of my head are they're getting fluffy again, so I've got to sort my undercut out. And Sarah wouldn't do it for me when she was here at the weekend. She doesn't like my undercut stuff, so she won't take any part. I don't know if she R. Kelly'd me, because I'm pretty sure R. Kelly probably still had intercourse with that girl. I didn't do any intercourse with the girl that pissed my bed. That was a long time ago, though. Crikey.
Did you record it, though?
No, it was like before recording potential. Like, as in, mobile weren't voice recorders and stuff like that then. Oh, you mean like, did I put it into a song or something like R. Kelly did?
It was more, yeah.
I think S and TN Aqua's bosses just walked in on them at the same time because we just went down to 0 viewers as soon as we started talking about pissing the bed.
Well,
no, they're not like that. That's got to be a YouTube anomaly. I just finished watching a couple of interesting videos actually. The first one I watched was like about a 25 to 30 minute little like fan documentary sort of thing put together about Norm Macdonald.
yeah.
And yeah, I loved Norm as a comedian, and that was just such a lovely video to watch. And then I started reading some of the comments and some of the stuff that people are typing in the comments of that of the video were just, you know, heart wrenching and stuff. There's, you know, people identifying with Norm's, you know, the way he didn't like he didn't talk about his illness with anyone, no, absolutely no one knew what he was going through except for his doctor, sort of thing. And yeah, there was all these interesting, really cool little bits in that video. But yeah, it's quite, you know, there was a lot of sad, tearful moments as well during the whole thing. So then I watched a 25-minute video of Tom Segura jokes, which
balanced it out.
Generally go in the opposite direction to those kind of feels. So yeah, it was a very, very sensible, balancey thing to do. TN off today because we can't get concrete today for some reason. Oh, it's the bloody supply chain, isn't it? Bloody supply chain's ruining everyone's lives. What are you concreting, TN? Or is that your game, your caper? Is concreting things? I nearly knocked a drink over in the dark. That's sacrilege. TN, how did I enjoy the season finale of Moon Knight? I quite enjoyed it, actually. Yeah, I think overall I quite enjoyed that show. And again, as if, well, obviously the people that are watching are regular viewers, so they know that I've had experiences with programs in the past where I haven't read the source material before witnessing the TV show, and so having not had any experience with the Moon Knight comics or anything like that, I very much enjoyed it. Very much thought it was choice.
Yeah, now that it's finished, I need to download all the episodes and watch it.
Smash it out in one night.
Yeah. It's like what I did with Hawkeye.
Yeah, I think I did Hawkeye over like 3 days or something, and I totally didn't think I was going to enjoy Hawkeye because I don't like the character in essence. But yeah, that show was quite well done. I did quite enjoy it.
Yeah, as I'm sure a lot of the viewers have picked up now, maybe. I'm into my Marvel comics, and yeah, as true to the comics, the movies are, there's also a lot of stuff that they miss out on. Clint's backstory in the comics is pretty cool for a backstory as far as an archer goes. He was an orphan who was raised in the circus as an archer, doing all his trick shots and everything. That was his bit in the circus. And then he was like a villain, so like not like a big boss or anything like that, but he was more like a freelance minion.
Yeah, right. When he
So
was
he did.
younger, he was rolling with the wrong crowd, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Same with like Black Widow. Black Widow in the comics was originally working for Hydra
Yeah,
as I'm pretty sure it was like whether she was doing like a double spot. What do they call them? When a spy agency sends in an agent to
a
become
mole,
an agent. No,
a double
triple
agent.
agent, double agent. I'm fighting one of the bosses in Valheim, the game that I've been playing, so my mind's a bit all over the shop. Um, but yeah, Black Widow was a double agent in the comics, working for Hydra as like you had the boss, which I think at the time was Zemo.
Was the wasn't it like the place that trained Black Widow and her sister and stuff?
The Red Room.
The Red Room. Were
Yeah,
they were they just training assassins for their own uses, or were they training assassins for Hydra?
I believe it was for Hydra.
So the
Well,
Red Room was like a subsidiary of Hydra, so to speak,
yeah,
potentially.
I believe so.
Yeah, well, she's another one that certainly fit into the same category as Hawkeye. That I just, I don't have faith in superheroes that aren't necessarily that super. They're just well trained. But
Well,
yeah, I quite enjoyed her movie as well. I did bite the bullet and watch the fucking thing.
see, in the comics, Black Widow got like a watered down version of the super soldier serum that Steve Rogers got to become
Oh,
Captain America.
yeah,
So in the comics, she's like, oh, she's up there in age with Captain America.
yeah, right. I didn't know that. Is Ilana her sister, Black Widow's sister? Is that the blonde one that fought with Hawkeye
Yeah.
on
Well,
the
they were
ice
like
rink?
uh, they're like a fake family that Hydra put together
Oh
so
yeah,
they
yeah,
could
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
infiltrate. So even though they weren't biological family,
They were still sisters by heart.
mm,
Yeah, just TN saying Alana is super duper hot, and yeah, I do tend to agree, but I do find it difficult those single girls on the road doing like assassin type jobs and stuff. How they've got time to do all that hair that they had because
mm,
when when she had that fight with Hawkeye on the ice rink, she had the most amazing hair braiding and stuff going on. It's like, yeah, she spent like 14 hours in her hotel room doing that hair before she came out for this fight. They got to be a little bit more careful about that, Hollywood. Those excessive hairdos, they take time. A little assassin 19-year-old sexy girl is not going to be able to pull that off in a hotel room on her own. I suppose she might have assassin money and she's bringing in some fancy hairdresser up to a hotel room to sort the fight hair out beforehand. I don't know. I think it's definitely worthy of a think or two, that subject of excessive hairdos in the superhero movies.
maybe that's one of her um, superhuman abilities: immaculate hair during
Yeah.
fights.
She just has to imagine it and she does 47 French braids in less than a
Yeah,
minute. TN says there's just something about that Russian accent that just makes me emasculated. And apparently that I don't know if it's still, I mean, who knows when Russia last did a accurate census, but last I heard, females outnumber males in Russia. So, they're just selling them off to the highest bidder. And some of them are quite pretty.
Family Guy does a good was it Russia joke? I can't remember the setup to the cutaway, but it has something to do about like hooking up in Russia, where it's got these two big people, fat man, fat female, and they're both wearing those. Can't remember the particular name of the jackets that they wear and the hats. That's usually sort of, when you think of Russian, you think of these jackets and hats.
The Cossacks.
But yeah, the joke is all about, hooking up in Russia, and they're both sort of standing in front of each other, and the dude's like, on the count of three, we drop our coats. And then, they count down. He drops his coat, and he's just all fat. And then it's a hot Russian chick.
I'm not familiar with that bit.
Yeah, it's
There's so much
pretty sure
Family
it's
Guy.
an old cutaway.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize the Cossacks had so many different outfits.
Well, weren't Cossacks more of an ethnicity than, like, is it more of a style of clothing than one particular item?
I think they were. I've only got images open here, but I think Cossacks were from a certain region uh, between Russia and Ukraine. Oddly enough, how timely that we're talking about Cossacks with all of this nonsense that's going on over there now. But yeah, they were a group of and definitely an ethnic group from somewhere around the borders between Russia and Ukraine, and they became known for the warrior status and stuff, and so people would go from all over Russia to join the Cossack army. I could be talking absolute shit, but I think that's how the Cossacks got their name. And I know they had some pretty fancy uniforms, but none that I could think of that is in my mind the one that I was thinking of when you were talking about your Family Guy thing. G'day, Huawei. How are you, Ledge? What the fuck are you doing? Oh no, that's right. It's early morning over there, isn't it? I was going to say, what the fuck are you doing up at this hour of the night? But it's only us two idiots that are up at this hour of the night. Ushanka. Is that the standard Cossack hat, like the one that what's his name, beat Connor Khabib Nurmagomedov? Is that what that hat's called? Maybe Khabib.
Wasn't that
Khabib
just an
was the
afro?
Cossack. No, it was one of his traditional Russian hats.
Yeah.
It's called chinchilla. That's just when you put your pet chinchilla on your head, Tian. Wow, how fun is that when you take a drink and the splashback hits you in the eye? S is just talking in tongues now. Hang on. I know what I have to do here. I know what I have to do. If S is like Googling shit up, S needs to be able to. Oh, echo. S needs to be able to put links in the chat. So, S, you are turned blue. Actually, why not? Well, I've got 3 legends in the room. You're all fucking moderators. Even you, Huawei. Yes, I'm as surprised as you are. So I don't have to Google what you're talking about up, S. Now you can just pop a link in the chat and I can look at it. Yes, I should have done it ages ago. Should have done James as well. Give you moderator statuses so you can like give each other beef in your constant battle for kudos buckets. Oh. Best burps ever. They didn't even burp properly. So yes, as Zach was mentioning just before, he's playing Valheim. It's like I call it Minecraft for big boys with a Viking theme.
Viking Minecraft, yes. It is.
I was going to
very
say,
much
am I
Minecraft.
far off the rank?
No, it's pretty spot on.
Even though a lot of people certainly would take offense that that's like a slur on Minecraft, because when you say Minecraft for big boys, I know there's a lot of big boys out there that play Minecraft and stuff. So yeah, I can understand how people might take offense at my description. G'day, Canisteo.
I know that there would be a lot of people who play Valheim who are hardcore fans who would have a problem with that as well, because
they don't want it to be compared with Minecraft.
Yeah, like, I mean, it is a very fantasy style survival crafting building game like Minecraft, but you know, it's all about Vikings, and it's not as blocky. It's not just straight up everything's blocks.
S says the game has advanced so far that I've lost interest. Which, the Minecraft, you mean, S? If you mean Minecraft, then maybe Valheim is the game for you.
Either Valheim or 7 Days to Die. Like, 7 Days to Die has started out very much zombie Minecraft.
Yeah, true.
It's changed so much that, you know, it still has that aspect of, yeah, you've got to build a base to be able to survive waves of zombies that come every 7 days. And it is very much like you're building with square blocks, but you can change the shape of them, like, you know, triangles, ramps, arches, pillars. And yeah, originally it was just survive a zombie wave horde every 7 days, but you know, there's still zombies out around the environment. And now, you know, you play it now on PC. It's got electricity where you can set up shotgun turrets, SMG turrets, lights, generators.
Did you have a crack at Icarus?
No. I think
Yeah,
I've
that looks.
seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I watched a few people on the YouTubes playing it. It looks pretty good. Made by the same dude that made DayZ.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's yeah, it's like instead of just being pure survival, I think you've got a time limit and objectives to achieve in that time limit.
yeah.
But I'm not sure how the I'm not sure of the multiplayer aspect to it.
Yeah, okay.
Whether you can have multiple people in the same world as you trying to achieve the same objectives together or challenging each other, etc. I have a strange feeling that oh, what was his name? Rocket Dean, someone Rocket, who created
Yeah,
Daisy. I think he was trying to potentially steer gaming away from the the complete PvP aspect that Daisy had become the
yeah.
basic slaughterhouse of noobs that it was. G'day, new local Austin. Good morning to your Monday. It's deep into, it's like we're almost up to the elbow deep in Monday here. We're so elbow deep, it's nearly Tuesday. If it was an hour earlier, I'd say we were balls deep in Monday. But we've gone so
I'm
past
always balls deep.
That's your other channel.
Mm.
That's your OnlyFans account. Balls deep. If you haven't seen on Balzac's OnlyFans channel, as we just said, it's balls deep. There's no other balls deeps on OnlyFans. He's got this amazing trick he does with his balls. It's all in the name. And that video will be up in about 3 hours, I reckon. Well, S says, why don't they make a DayZ too? Why don't they get fucking DayZ right first?
Well, they've got the
I
standalone out.
yeah, lots of people are playing it too. So, and I haven't had a crack at it. So yeah, that was probably a ruthless thing for me to say because I haven't actually experienced the game myself. So I shouldn't be casting aspersions on it. Oh, Rock Hard Tank says, I play Icarus with my son quite a bit. Tell us about Icarus and how it goes, Rock Hard Tanks, or Rock Ford, if you prefer. What were we saying before I dallied on Rock Hard's Icarus comment? Oh, yeah, balls deep. Pornhub. No, not Pornhub. OnlyFans. You earn money better on OnlyFans than Pornhub. Trust me. I couldn't find the camera for a little second there.
Camera for what?
Like when I did my pause for comedic effect,
Yep.
and I was just looking at the screen, and then I realized to get total comedic effect, you have to look right down the camera, and then I was struggling to find where the camera was in the dark.
Yeah,
because it's very dark. I keep feeling I've got to go and get some mascara or something and paint a moustache on. I look so blank faced with no facial hair there. I don't like it very much. And like I said, the King experiment failed, so I wasted months and months and months of quality moustache growing. Just threw it all away. Just get to start again now, I guess. TN's been smashing Call of Duty lately. Rock Hard says, not huge into survival games except for this one, obviously referring back to Icarus. The timelines to accomplish stuff is fine. It can get pretty brutal pretty quick, though.
Is that Icarus?
Icarus, yeah.
Yeah. It's not one that I've sort of sussed out too much.
Yeah, I think when I was when it came out and I was watching videos on YouTube, it was when I was like when I'd had my spate of gaming and I was like, fuck, I'm really terrible at gaming. I can't spend all of this time gaming because I'm so bad at it. And I kind of thought I'd really like to have a go at that, but then I was like, nah, there's 20 hours of my day each day gone if I try and play a new game.
Yeah.
S needs a game to play, but it's never fun with all the boys offline. Get Valheim and play Valheim with Balzac. Balzac will let you into his inner circle. That's not an OnlyFans reference.
I was trying to get Blackie to jump on and play with me before.
On OnlyFans?
Yep. Yeah, of course. On OnlyFans.
On Valheim, you meant?
On
Yeah.
Valheim. Yes. Yeah.
Just to clarify, we only do things together on Pornhub. OnlyFans, we just do solo stuff. There's a new Halo game.
Isn't it isn't it a remastered Halo game or something? I'm not. Yeah, I've never really into the Halo games. I suppose because it was Xbox exclusive. And
yeah, that's how it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was always PlayStation. And even when
They said, but he's already going to be like a level 509 Viking. Probably someone handy to have in your clan, S, or whatever they call them on Valheim.
can always, bring over my end game character. Like S starts a world, and I come over and help him out with my level 509 Viking. I think I'm playing my second character so far.
It's the return of Master Chief, the greatest soldier to ever live. So is it? Must be a new game then.
Well, yeah,
Rock Hard Tank says sounds so much like Balzac. So I laugh every time. I assume he's meaning when I say Balzac, when clearly I'm referring to what was he? 1600s philosopher. Was it Horatio Balzac? No, it wasn't Horatio, but
the French fella.
French philosopher. Was he? Was he French? Yeah, we'll call him French for now. But yeah, that's where exactly where Balzac got his name from, was the philosopher. Absolutely nothing to do with the fact that it sounds a little bit like the words ball sack. Absolutely nothing at all to do with that. But yeah, we still laugh about it as well, Rocco. We laugh every time I say it. I laugh inside if I'm not laughing out loud. It's still there. Absolutely new, Local Austin. You sound like you're describing me on my best day of gaming, best day, sea level. New Local Austin says, I rely a lot on my teammates. I'm a sea level player on my best day, first person shooter. I'm too slow for that. Lean more towards role play or open world type games. Yeah, well, I don't really do that as much, but I certainly, in multiplayer shooting games, definitely rely on the skills of my teammates. G'day, Chewy, lunatic fringe. What's cracking? I'm assuming it's morning time in Canada as well, considering it's morning time on the east coast of the US. Oh, what happened? Did Terry do a live stream with Chewy? Crikey, that was a really hard comment to read, S. Used to play, I let my teammates kill whore while I go for objectives. I don't know, it sounds like an interesting first person shooter if one of the team objective is to go and find some whore and kill her while your mates go off and kill the other people who are probably spending their money on that person. Oh, g'day, Amber. Just
Isn't that
what an
GTA?
awesome time for a nice lady to pop into the chat when I'm talking about what I just said. Sorry, Amber. I was only being crass because it was all the boys in here and they were making me do it. I swear they were making me do it. But, you know, bloody good to see you. I haven't spoken to you for yonks. Oh, Huawei, you're on Pam's last stream. No way. No. Bloody, I'm sure it was like 6 months ago the last time I saw you on her stream. I'll have to go back and watch a replay of that one. Now I got to catch up on chat because I was embarrassed and I looked away from the screen for a little while. New Local Austin says he's the objective guy. Buddy, I'll remember that when we're in the apocalypse. Remember to give Austin a task. Unfortunately, Terry does not understand conservation biology, nor does the state in which he lives. Doesn't understand or doesn't care, Chewy. Possibly two vastly different considerations. Huawei, you were on camera on Pam's stream. How does she even let you do that after all these years? Maybe we need to do get some of these kids onto some DayZ and go and see if there's some old DayZ. That was one thing we should have done for a gaming stream, was go back onto one of the servers that we've played recently and see what's left of shit that we've built.
Yeah.
If they've, refreshed the server or anything like that.
Well, I think the Origin server we were on, it was I think a month or 6 weeks for the base, like the buildings and everything.
So
And
it'll
I
be
think,
well gone by now.
oh yeah, definitely.
Wait, Origins? Well, oh yeah, we were doing Origins, weren't we? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think even the NAF one that we were on before that one, I think they were pretty hardcore about keeping the server, the map clean. So like if no one had been on for like 2 weeks, I think it was,
They go
they
and delete
started
all the shit.
removing stuff. Yeah.
Huawei says, did Sarah have a good Mother's Day? Well, considering she spent probably most of her Mother's Day away from her kids and away from her mum at my house, and she probably had a pretty good one, but then she had to go and pick up her kids and go and have Mother's Day with her mum, and then maybe it got a little bit worse once all of the actual mothering came into it. But maybe, probably. At least she didn't fight with her mum. That was a bonus, I think. She was a little bit concerned because her mum's a little bit fussy about those kind of things, that if she's the mother, she has to be having attention and stuff. So I think Sarah's happiness for Mother's Day was essentially based on the fact that her mum didn't crack the dirts about her being away for half the day before she actually got Mother's Day. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just another one of those commercial bullshit nonsense holidays. Um, did I end up getting you on Facebook, Huawei? I'm not sure if we hooked up on that side of things. I need to go and do a wee and make a drink anyway, so I don't know how much potential you have for holding this down while I'm gone.
I might go through the comments and
Righto.
see what's going on. I think I am listening, and every now and then I'll have a look, but yeah, as I said before, I'm kind of in two minds at the moment. I'm playing Valheim. Well, I was fighting, like, I think it's the second last boss. No, it would have been the third, because there's 5 bosses. And yeah, I was fighting the third one. Yeah, they're there. I just can't wear them while I'm wearing this headset. Oh, maybe with my beanie, because there's extra padding. Mm. I don't wear them all the time. I should, but Yeah, I get lazy. I suppose for a lot of people, Monday's just starting for you, isn't it? Well, yeah. We're 4 minutes into Tuesday here.
4 minutes. My clock must be wrong.
Oh, mine might be.
Yeah, mine say 1 minute into Tuesday.
Yeah, so does my phone.
All right, what did I miss?
Not much.
Chris Webby is back. What's Chris Webby?
Because I got my glasses on.
I don't understand what Chris Webby means for glasses.
I'm assuming because I look like Chris Webby, maybe.
I don't know who Chris Webby is. Who's Chris Webby?
I don't know. I'm only assuming.
Well, Tuesday here, Austin, looks bloody wet and cloudy for something fucking different for this area for the last 3 months of rain and cloud and floods and fucking wet. We're getting more wet and more flood warnings and bloody fun stuff like that. So you go to the supermarket like I did today and you get the last 5 potatoes off the potato rack and you struggle to find all of the other things you need. And then when you're walking out the door, you think, potentially I should have actually stocked up on multiple different things. Nah, it'll be okay. I'll come back tomorrow. And tomorrow, because it'll be raining again tonight, all of the shelves will be empty again tomorrow, and I'll regret not getting 2 of everything I got today. But it's okay. We'll survive. Fucking humans and their reactions to potential imminent but not really going to happen natural disasters. They freak out. I'm surprised I could even buy toilet paper yesterday.
Is it that bad down there?
Oh, it's starting again because the warnings came out early last week. Oh,
Yeah.
not midweek last week, and telling people in about a week that we're going to start experiencing a potential flood threat again.
Mm.
And so as soon as people hear that nowadays, they just, they go nuts on the canned foods and the UHT milk. And, basically strip the shelves of everything, but still have way too much than they need in their pantries when other people can't get shit. Damn it, I was going to put some bloody weed in that one, and I rolled a splig instead.
Yeah, I did that one too.
I'm going to put it out and bloody roll another one. You all seen me shave my nose hairs with a cigarette lighter. Now I'm putting a cigarette out with my fingertips. I think I put it out. It felt like I put it out. All right, let's try that again.
So
get
the
all
boss that I
fresh veg.
just what's that?
Austin was saying, get all fresh veg, make soup out of the ugly stuff next week. Yeah, but there's because we've been dealing with the floods and nonsense for a while, Austin, our supply chain is like shattered. So the amounts of fresh fruit and veg that our local shops are getting in is pretty dismal. And as soon as it arrives, humans are fucking greedy idiots. So they go in and they take 75 potatoes when they might only need 42 potatoes. They're not thinking straight. What were you saying about your boss?
Yeah, I was fighting a boss before and I got his head. It was a dragon, so now I'm hanging up a dragon's head on
Nice.
my house.
I just rolled a second splig in a row. G'day, Zip Gun. Welcome to the Splig Hour, where Blackie tries to roll a joint, but he keeps rolling cigarettes. Are you allowed to say? Oh, it doesn't matter if I say joint on YouTube, does it? I don't make money. I don't do advertising. I can say joint all I like. After all, we were talking about killing whores before. It's probably about as bad as I can get. I mean, I can probably think of a couple of steps a little further, but let's not tempt fate, as it were. Yeah, but the problem with potatoes, is that most of the ones we get in the supermarket are either hybrids or crossbreeds or GM'd enough that you can't necessarily grow a decent crop of potatoes from one you buy in a supermarket. I don't know if this is a massively held secret or something, but there's genetically modified organisms out there which have been modified for not only awesomeness for human consumption, but also for the benefit of multinational corporations making millions of dollars out of seed and stuff. So 9 times out of 10, if you want to create a crop of potatoes, you actually have to go to a seed store or something like that, and not necessarily buy seeds, but buy seed potatoes, which are potatoes that have been rejected from the ones that they tried to grow, but now these ones are got eyes and stuff hanging off them, and you've got to go and cut them up yourself and put them in the ground. But yeah, you won't get a very good crop out of most fruits and veg you buy from the supermarket. And there's some plants as well that, like, if you've got a really nice, tree that produces nice fruit, let's say a tamarillo, something like that. You take a cutting off it. Apparently, they say the cuttings off the original plant will produce smaller fruit. I don't know if I believe that, though. I think that might be one of those old wives' tales or a little bit of nonsense, because essentially you take a cutting off a plant, you're creating a clone, so that clone should produce the same fruit as the original plant. That's the way I understand it anyway. I probably shouldn't have even repeated that I'd heard that, because now that I said it out loud, it just sounds ridiculous and nonsense. What type of potato do they call it? Ours are the same. They will grow the roots, but not grow after that. Yeah, if you want to grow your own potatoes, which is definitely a sensible thing to do. The amount of potatoes that Whitey likes to eat. Yeah, you need to go to like somewhere where you can find seed potatoes. I think that's what they call them anyway. I think that was the last. I bought a sack of them a couple of years ago for my dad, and I'm sure they just call them seed potatoes, and they're ones that aren't fucked up genetically modified ones, or if they are, they're genetically modified ones that are ready to grow, and you probably won't grow any the following year off their offspring. Someone needs to take apples from every country and eat and compare them. I think the green apple, the Granny Smith apple, wasn't that created in Australia? G'day, Ness. Oh my god, there's a bloody name and a face I've not seen in a long time. How are you, love? So I'm gonna go and take my mum to vote tomorrow as well while we're over in Ballina. We have a federal election coming up in Australia, and if you've got disabled people and whatnot in your life, you can go and vote early. But unfortunately, because of all of the floods and stuff that we've had here, the facility where early voting would usually take place is unavailable. So the nearest one that's not as annoying as going into Byron Bay, into the town centre itself to go and vote, is Ballina, and I have to take my mum to Ballina tomorrow. So I'm going to go and get me and her voted up tomorrow. As long as she knows who she's voting for. She seemed keen for the idea today, so it's not like I think she knows who she wants to vote for.
You'd be able to do the postal votes as well, yeah?
Yeah, that's normally what they would have done. Even though last time we had to do one of these big elections, we went and did a early voting because they, I think you've got to ask for the postal votes forms and stuff. So no one thought to ring for them or anything. But I think also with postal votes now, you have to. Actually, they'd probably qualify, but I think they're pretty fussy about you justifying why you have to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas when you turn up to an early polling booth with a disabled person, you don't get any questions. They quite often they will ferry you through in front of the line and stuff. So that's Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it twice because I've only got mum with me tomorrow, so I'm going to have to do dad at a different time, but we'll work it out. As long as I only have to do one of them at once is the main thing. And yeah, I get to ride the wave as well and get my vote out the way and not have to go on stupid polling day with all the other lunatics. My patriotic duty, exactly, Huawei. Got to bloody get your vote in. It's compulsory over here, mate. We don't have a choice. Even if it is exactly as South Park put it, for the choice between a shit sandwich or a giant douche. It's pretty much every single democratic election nowadays, no matter what country you're in. I like the idea of there was some meme or something getting around the other day, and it was vote for positions, not parties. I mean, it certainly has the potential to get very messy,
Yeah.
but have computers all around the place that people can say this person should be in this job, or if someone's doing a really shit job at what they're doing, everyone should be able to vote to say no, take this person out, and then vote for a new person based on people and their qualifications instead of what political parties they're affiliated with. I think party politics has to go. It's got to go from this planet. It's fucking a whole bunch of shit up, and people are doing the wrong things because they've got to toe a political line, a party line. And it's like fuck. Just turn. Politics has to be, even though business and capitalism and all that sure has its negative points and stuff. Uh, we have to treat all of our countries now as businesses because that's how they've got to be run in this capitalist planet that we live on. So, you vote for your CEO of each company and you vote for your CFO and CTO and all the other C's and O's that I don't know the acronyms for. It's ridiculous. Party politics has to stop. We can still have democracy without party politics. Wouldn't that have been a great mic drop if I just ended the stream right? But it's true though. Fucking political parties is where it's so wrong. That's why you get all of these dodgy, shady businesses donating to certain political parties. Well, I suppose then, now that I can sit back and analyze the words that I've just spewed out, I suppose in exactly the same system that I would prefer, I guess there's still the potential for people to, you know, put money into the pockets of whoever's going into this position and stuff.
Well, they definitely need a federal ICAC. Whoever gets in next, they really do need to introduce the federal ICAC so we don't get any more of these, ministers doing deals on the dirty, giving out, millions of dollars worth of contracts to security firms where their head office is a shack on an island.
And to build car parks in what do they call them? In fucking areas that don't necessarily need car parks.
No, yeah, the rorts.
ICAC, by the way, is an Australian acronym for the Independent Commission Against Corruption. So they're a government-funded board that investigates allegations of corruption and instances of corruption and hands out penalties for corruption in politics and business, and pretty much if it's considered enough of a corruption, they'll bloody have a look at it. But it's, yeah, they don't have a lot of funding, and they probably need a lot more because there's, every year we progress, a lot more corruption happens, even though they claim that they're stamping down on it and whatnot. There's corruption bloody everywhere. There's corruption in bloody roadworks crews that work in my town. It's everywhere. So yeah, I totally agree. A federal ICAC would be a great thing to do. A bloody international ICAC would be even better. A double ICAC, as you would might have it. Would might have it. Tihan Aqua says the best thing America invented was the missionary position. It just felt nice to let that one sit for a minute.
Oh, fuck.
Oh Jesus! I missed I missed Tian's previous comment though. I have a weird itching sensation going on. Can you tell me how to treat it? But he wasn't addressing me as the doctor in the room. He's addressing new local Austin. Why would you bloody Chewy? Why would you miss a meeting in Rome? Can't you do it online via Zoom, or is it a COVID thing? What meetings do I don't know what meetings you're talking about. A Z beam. Look out! I'm gonna actually see if I can get Z beam to come up here. Shout out real quick, Z beam, if you like can't and stuff. Wait, where's the thing over here? Beam, beam, ba-deem, ba-deem. Oh, look, I don't even have to search his name. He's on my front page. Well done, sir. Well done. Ah, right. Just as I've sent the link, I can't, sorry, pops up in the chat. Fine, Z-Beam. Everything was going perfectly until you said he can't. Until he said, I can't. What's going on, Z-Beam? Anyway, just tell us, type us your life story for this day. I'm on a trip. Where is at this week? The road trip of the traveling salesman. Chewy said they don't do the national meetings on Zoom. It's all right. I'm sure they'll move with the times. Oh, Maxville. Isn't that where what's his name? The bloody rugby league player. Greg Inglis was like a hero for Melbourne and Queensland for a few years, and then did a couple of years for South Sydney, and now he's moved back to his hometown of Maxville and plays in their local competition. I'm sure their team probably wins a few games. That's all I can think of about Maxville. I think I had what do you call them? Exchange students, but not from a foreign land, just from a different town. Came and hung for a few days. I think she might have been from Maxville. No. What's the one that starts with N that's down? Maybe it was Maxville. Anyway, she tried to rape me in the pool when I was too young and confused. I didn't accept her rape. Whoops. I used to have to do biosecurity courses every year because I was in a quarantine position at the importers that I worked at. So I had to keep my biosecurity certificates up to date and stuff. Thankfully, worked paid for that. Ah, Z-Beam's getting in trouble. Hi, Em. Say hi to your misso for me, Z-Beam. And, have a successful and happy trip, brother. I'm assuming by the difference in the time between live and YouTube, Z-Beam was probably already hit upon the back of the head multiple times before
Mm.
a message of niceness got through to them. Yeah, we were only like most of the shit we were importing Chewy was just furniture and things made of plant matter. But yeah, as soon as you need to be qualified as a biosecurity person, yeah, you've got to learn all the shit that you can't bring in and stuff. So, I had to keep myself fairly learned on that for about 3 or 4 years. I don't think there was anyone else willing at the place that I worked, or potentially with enough brain cells to process all of the information required to do that kind of job. I say that as a guy who appears on screen resembling someone with very, 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 very few brain cells. Oh, if there's a replay team 6 in here for this, amazing. I'd be stunned as a mullet. Maybe I should do a mullet tomorrow when I cut my hair.
Why not?
Oh, mainly because every time I see one in general public, I cringe a little bit, and a little bit of me dies inside, thinking I did that 40 years ago. No, not 40 years ago. Let's say 30 years ago. And it's like, it wasn't really that cool when I did it. And now all of a sudden it's like super cool. It's like, nah, I can't do super cool. It doesn't fit my modus operandi. Yeah, I don't think I'll be. I will do. I've got to do the undercut stuff though, because when these bits here around my ears get a little bit too long and start poking into my ears, it gives me the shits.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy to do like a clipper's width from my sideburns all the way around, the whole distance around back to the other side. As soon as it's reaching into my ears and tickling them, it gives me the shits all day long. Yeah, it is chewy. They certainly things most certainly have been banned from import to this country based on many more aspects other than just whether they've got the potential to be an invasive species. Things like just out competing or being very similar to an existing thing. No, hang on. Yeah, that pretty much defines invasive species, doesn't it? But yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm just too drunk to create words.
Are we talking in imports in general, or imports in a specific field? Like, as in, I know that even our gaming situation over here, for a good while, we weren't getting. I think they were more the R-rated games, or some scenes in some particular video games were censored, so they could be sold over here. Like the latest South Park game, The Fractured a Butthole. We missed out on a whole Randy getting anal probed by the aliens scene.
Did they just cut it out, or did they black it over with a big black rectangle?
They blacked it out. Well, no, did they black it out? No, they had like the South Park sort of artistic style of a koala in a tree or something like that, and then they had an explanation of why this scene was cut.
What was that in?
The South Park game.
Oh, in the game, right.
In the game, yeah, The Fractured Butthole. Yeah, pretty sure it's spelled B-U-T-T, and then hole is W-H. Yeah. Good game. Good game. Because it's like turn-based moves, turn-based attacks, and you have like this grid board where you can move your characters around. Very South Park style, though. Yeah.
T and Aqua's sold. He's going to get it tomorrow. Now. It's already tomorrow.
Just for the Randy anal probe scene.
Actually, yeah, that'd be interesting. T and Aqua, can you get that game and play it just to see if Randy's anal probe is censored in your version? You will have to play through most of the game, I assume, before you get that cutscene. So
yeah, it's pretty far in.
So yeah, I mean, take one for the team, bro. Check it out, see if it's not censored over there, and then replay the cutscene and film it so that Zach can see it. I'm assuming you probably already YouTubed some videos of it.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Oh, g'day, Shaddy. Paddy
I'm not
Shaddy.
sure if I tried or not.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be much more entertaining for T and Aqua to go through it and find it for us. Is it on PS4? He asks.
Yeah, I have it on PS4.
Huawei says on YouTube they have playthroughs of the Fractured Butthole South Park game. That'd be interesting. Also, Huawei, you're on duty to watch the YouTube videos and see if you can find it there. I feel like T and Aqua's going to have much more fun because he gets to play the game instead of just watching a video of it. But, get to work, boys.
By the looks of it, yeah, there's a whole level we miss out on because of that whole bit.
Because of anal.
Well, because it's censored for us, maybe. Yeah, there's a whole.
We can watch whatever we want on Pornhub and stuff like that, but heaven forbid we see some crazy cartoon anal stuff going on. Oh no.
Well,
Our
so
culture is destroyed.
do you remember like the very first episode of South Park where Cartman has the satellite up his butt and it comes out
Yeah,
of his butt and everything? That's one of your powers in the fractured butthole game.
to be
So,
able to
it
bring a
shows,
satellite out of your butt.
yeah, but God forbid it going in the form of a
Uh, yeah, right. So you can regularly have something coming out of there, no worries at all. They'll show that. But if something's going back in there or in there, no, thank you.
that's the thing, because there's certain points where you have to use this power for it to work. So if it doesn't work, it goes out, but then it goes back in.
And do they cut that bit out, or they let that
No,
let that fly?
yeah, they let that fly.
Imagine the dilemmas that people in censorship must face. How do they sleep at night with the decisions that they have to make? Yeah, Paddy, I want to know what is your take on the
Oh,
whole butt stuff thing, Paddy? You've been around a while. You've seen a thing or two.
I just rolled the fucking spleak. Yeah, there's a whole bit with Randy, on a table, on his elbows and knees, tied, strapped to the table, and there's alien probe behind him.
And then it stops.
Well, you're hitting buttons to try to find a release for it, so you're hitting the button to make the probe work. So yeah. Good game. Good game.
Yeah, I might have to watch one of these walkthroughs. Fractured Butthole. Now, there's a name you're not going to forget in a hurry. I'll try my darndest, though.
I got their first one as well, the Stick of Truth.
Stick. Oh, I thought it was the Stick of Destiny, but it's the Stick of Truth.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. You're a bigger South Park fan than me.
Well, in Pick of Destiny, or Tenacious D's
Pick of
movie,
Destiny. Yeah. I
you
might
got
be
the Pick of
conflating those
Destiny.
two. Yeah, I think I'm conflating those two things. I like to use the word conflate in sentences lately. It's my new favorite word.
One of the attacks that I just saw was the kid farts and then he shoots a flaming arrow through it. So it yeah.
The classicest, bestest way to light a fart.
Mm.
Pardon me. Wait, what's Huawei's link?
Oh, maybe the anal probe scene, maybe.
Got Huawei and slinging links now. I'll have their OnlyFans channels in no time. This video may be inappropriate for some users. I'll assume that's the one from Huawei.
That's gold because I didn't get that notification for this video.
Which one?
The South Park sticker fractured butthole one. The Randy getting raped, or the anal probe. Alien probe.
Alienal probed. Oh, look out. Now that I've flicked over to YouTube, I've realised that we're clashing with the Aquatic Morning Show. We should probably, let's finish this one and do a raid over to there, all bloody 3 of us, or however many there are of us here. Plus, I do have to get up in the morning and go and do jobs and shit. So, let me find. I'll go and do this. Be a good person. Oh, look out. They've got a few interesting people on the panel over there. It was good to see you, Ness. Always good to see you about the place. But yeah, it is like bloody early in the morning now. And I'm going to have to go to bed so I can go and do my driving tomorrow. I probably should finish my alcohol as soon as possible. But, I don't want to be that guy clashing with those people over at the Aquatic Morning Show. They're like sponsored and stuff, I think. So, follow that link and go and tell them that Blackie and Balzac said g'day. I dare you to. I dare you to. That's an official dare from me, saying go over there to the Aquatic Morning Show and tell them whatever I just said before that I've already forgotten. Thanks for hanging out, you kids. And probably see us on Wednesday, my time. No, I'm going, S. You can stay here if you want. I'll send you the link. Oh, no, we're not friends on Facebook either, are we? I can't just message you the link. If you friend me on Facebook and I can send you the link within a minute and a half, S, I will. You can take over this stream and have the rest of this stream and probably my hours for the month, which might be a problem for my Wednesday stream. My hours are already about to run out, so we'll find out. That's what you get when you do like 5-hour streams and stupid drunk nonsense.
I suppose, oh no, you can't use my hours then, can you? Like, set my account up, but use your...
When I get my warnings from them, I make sure that I look at it, because if you're only on your free StreamYard account, you're only given like 20 hours a month, I think it is. But if you start a stream and you've only got 4 minutes left of your account for the month, you start that stream, they won't boot you off. So you can still definitely overclock their allowed times. I ignore everyone on Discord now, Paddy. I don't fucking even fiddle with Discord. I've got to the point where every other bloody minute of every other day, that's right, every second day, on every other minute, people were sending me messages saying, join my Discord. And all of a sudden I was in so many Discords, I just have to ignore Discord because it's more bloody noise than Twitter and Instagram and Facebook put together.
It's all the bots, yeah.
No, it's not even the bots. It's the actual people that just want interaction and stuff. And I don't want to interact with everyone. Goodness, not all the time. I just have these moments in time when I get a little bit drunk, and then all of a sudden I'm very gregarious, and I just want to hang out with everyone and chat with everyone. And then the next day, it's like I don't even want people to look at me or touch me or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's a very, very, very special human condition called I just want to be alone sometimes. Yeah, absolutely, Paddy. I'm on a different time zone, so I don't even have to chat in real time. Lol. I was willing to stop at chat. I don't have to chat at all. But messengers. If you're in the Facebook realms, and Messenger or Instagram are the best places to chat with me, because Discord has just become a sea of noise and stuff for me. There's just too much shit going on now that I've accepted so many different invites to join Discord channels and stuff. So, you know, I'm sure you've got me on Instagram, Paddy. If you've got an extremely humorous meme that I must see, send it to me on Instagram or Twitter, or find me on Facebook. Anyway, that'll do. Go and bloody say hi to Jess and Dee Dee. There's a fairly certain there's multiple reasons why her nickname's Dee Dee. But go and tell them I said hi. Actually, I might even pop over there for a minute just to make sure everyone's saying hi and stuff from me. All right, good fun. Go to bloody bed, Balzac, or go and
too
do some
easy.
Viking shit.
Yeah, some Viking shit. It is.
Righto. We'll see yous when we're looking at yous.
Take it easy.
Toodaloo.